Right now we're going to be doing a introduction on Rob Papen's Blue 2. Blue 2 is a wonderful synthesizer. If you don't have it, I recommend a demo. We're going to be looking at just some of the snippets of it and just analyzing the different components within this wonderful synthesizer. Right here we got our operators and our oscillators. You could set individual ratios like any FM synthesizer. But what makes Blue 2 separate from those other synthesizers is it's also subtractive, phase distortion, and it's FM, and it's got samples built right into it. Okay, these are your normal waveforms right here. You got your sine, saw, square, triangle, like any other synthesizer. Then you got your res, which is some kind of resonance-like waveform. Then you got your hybrid waveforms. And then you got your white and pink noise. Additive for like everything from harmonics to the saws. These are harmonic like saws, harmonic squares, harmonic triangles. A glass, which is kind of like a sample, like, you know, wine glass being hit. Hollow and vocals, A, E, O, U, a whistle, a church organ, and an organs, and DGX, which is like a high frequency kind of wave. And then you got your resos, which is more resonating, like additive stuff. And then your voxes. Here is your spectral waveforms. Just like Predator, you get your spectral waveforms. You could, just dial them in. There's some cool sounds alone with just the waveforms. Then we got our samples. You got your bass samples, which is I think is a bass guitar being played. Your bottle small, your bottles, your bottle wave, your finger bell, which is a bell, and effects, and more glass. Now the glasses are pretty much my favorite in the sample library because you can do a lot of things with them. A pan flute is pretty cool. It's just basically a flute that pans a little bit. You got your pick bass, which is a plucked bass guitar string, and you got your ring effects and R2, which I don't know what that is. It's probably some experiments Papen and John did. And then you have your T-body, T-tone, valves. My favorites. I have a sound library that's coming out soon. It'll be handed to Papen himself, and these play a huge role in a lot of the sound design. The wine glass, like they took up their finger and went around the wine glass to make a sharp, high-pitched sound, and then some more metal effects like metal cans and stainless steel being hit. Then you got your bass drums, snares, hi-hats, claps, your percussion, and more samples, and the list just goes on and on. Another thing we're going to look at is the different modes. You got your filters. This is basically just routing. You can route it to the effects. And I don't probably have time for that to explain that, but I will in another video. They just give you a ton. 35 filters. They give you a ton of different things you can do. The comb filters are so deep. The format filters are just, they're astounding. And the ring mod, I've not really messed with it too much. Right here is our modulations. You got your envelopes, your FM. You could have preset FM algorithms in, or you could just use the matrix built inside it. Similar to FM8, but in my opinion, it's a lot better than FM8. You also have your phase distortion and wave shaping. You can literally just distort your wave with this and wave shape it. It's so cool. Your multi-envelopes. Now, this is totally genius. Like, you would make, like, just sequences, just evolving pads with this. Your LFOs, you get your pulse width modulation LFO, which has to be on to use the pulse width knob right here. And then you get your filters, and then your vibrato, tremolo, and then your free, which can be put in the mod matrix. Our mod matrix, easy deasy, simple mod matrix, just like I like to see. Our mod sequence, which you can put sequenced modulation in it, which is pretty sick. You got your arpeggiator, and you could actually change the wave of different notes, which is really, really amazing. And this is your ARP. Your ARP is you know, it's just the same ARP, but you can tune, slide, tie, velocity, lin, free. You can do a lot of different stuff with this. And I'll be going to the effects. This is the effects section. He gives you, just look at all those effects. Like, he just gives you a bunch of effects to play with. My personal favorite would be the HQ reverb and the clipper are my favorite effects. And this is where you can go through the individual libraries within Bluetooth. I highly recommend going through some of the sounds. They're really, really good. And my last is the XY pad and the ABCD vector synth, which you could have a string and A, you can have a bell here, you can have a nice saw right here, and you can have a little pluck. You know, just move in between them, and you can make some really neat things. For example, my preset library, Hucklean, if I said it right, has a really, really, like, big vector synthing in it. So, this is my little overview of Bluetooth. It's a great synthesizer. I will have tutorials on it, of course. Please like and subscribe. And as always, stay sexy, stay active, my friends.